The next play is called The Baba Honeymooners. And now, as you know, Mayor Baba made 3 visits to the United States in the 50s, 52, 56, and 58. And in the summer of 1956, July 20th, Mayor Baba was in New York City for a few days. And while there, he stayed at the Delmonica Hotel, which is doesn't exist anymore, but it's in Manhattan at Park and 19th Avenue, I think. And during this stay, there were times a day when the public, I think, could come in and meet Mayor Baba. So that was the summer of 1956. But at the exact same time, in 1955 and 56, on television, the most popular sitcom that was running was called The Honeymooners. Some of you may remember that. And The Honeymooners was a half-hour sitcom every week, and it featured comedians Jackie Gleason, who played a character named Ralph, and Ralph was a bus driver, and his wife Alice, and the other his friends. They lived in an apartment building in Brooklyn or the Bronx somewhere, and they were friends with another couple, which was played by Art Carney, comedian Art Carney, and he plays a character named in the sitcom. Art Carney plays a character named Ed Norton, and Ed Norton is worked in the sewer in New York City, and his wife Trixie. Okay, so it was the 4 of them, and it was all this crazy situations they got into and the humor of that. And I'm going to show you a few short clips. We're going to show you just so you get a feel for what the original was. So the idea was, everybody knows about the Baba honeymoon. When you first fall in love with Mayor Baba, you're in this bliss state. For many people have experienced that. So here we are, the honeymooners. And then in 2010, in the basement archives of NBC, they found some episodes that had never been shown before. So the lost episodes, they were called. So that triggered the idea for me to write a Honeymooners episode and bring Baba into it. Same characters, same kind of interactions between them. So that's the idea. And here we go. As soon as we get the video up, I want to show you like I said, a brief clip of some of the original video. So bear with us for a moment here. Original clips of some of the original episodes, just so you get a flavor of what it was.
Now, what's so terrible about learning to do the mambo? Everybody does it now.
Everybody does it, Alice? Everybody does it?
Well, I don't mean everybody.
You said everybody does it. I don't know anybody does the mambo. I don't do it. Norton doesn't do it. My grandmother never did it. Tell me everybody does it.
All right, Ralph. Let's just not discuss it anymore.
We won't discuss it anymore. Your mambo days are over. You want to wiggle over to the stove and get my supper. Mambo. No. Wait a minute. What's that?
Tuna fish. We're going to have tuna fish salad.
Tuna fish? What am I, a cat or something? I could have broke my leg.
Ralph.
Don't Ralph me.
You were the one that said, that you wanted to go roller skating. You were going to take me.
I was the one that said. I suppose I come home from work and said, let's go roller skating, huh? You were the one that said it. With the tunnel of love in the crazy house. Roller skating, bop contest. You know how embarrassing it is to fall down in the middle of a skating rink and can't get up? Everybody looking at me. Shut up! You didn't look any too good either, picking me up. It was embarrassing. What are you laughing at?
Ralph is played by Steve Koren. Ed Norton, the sewer worker, Art Carney, is played by Rich Blum. Alice, Ralph's wife, is Melanie Davis. Trixie, Norton's wife, is Nancy Geagan. And again, the narrator is Cassandra. The Bronx, New York City, spring. Actually, it's summer. It's a mistake. It was summer, 1956, July 20th. Okay. All right.
Jackie Gleason. Honeymooners, with the stars Art Carney, Audrey Meadows, Joyce Randolph. Brought to you by your Buick dealer. And away we go.
Where is that Norton anyway? He knows our bowling tournament starts at 3 o'clock sharp. We're in the finals. He's gonna make us late.
Ralph is impatiently pacing the kitchen, bowling ball bag in hand. Alice stands at her ironing board, pressing a pair of Ralph's pants.
He told Trixie he was going uptown to some fancy hotel on Park Avenue, but he wouldn't tell her why.
Did you say a fancy hotel on Park Avenue? Why in God's name is Norton going there of all places? Unless they have a backed up sewer, he won't get past the front doorman.
I don't know, Ralph. Maybe he's looking for a new job.
Oh, yeah? A new job, huh? Well, maybe I should start looking for a new job in a fancy hotel, too. If they would hire him, I could land the job 10 times better.
Doing what, Ralph?
A person with my diversified background, well, there's a lot of things I could do.
Like what? Drive the laundry cart? You're a bus driver, Ralph.
One of these days, Alice. One of these days, bang, zoom, right to the moon.
Trixie enters the kitchen.
Oh, Alice, I ran out of lemon juice. Could I borrow?
Trixie, where's that husband of yours? I'm gonna leave without him if he's not here in 2 more minutes.
He said he was going down to the Hotel Delmonico on Park Avenue. He mumbled something about a famous person staying there he wanted to meet, and that's all he would tell me.
Ed Norton went to meet somebody famous at the Hotel Delmonico? Now I've heard everything. He's lying to you, Trixie. He's probably paying off his bookie.
Norton dances in merrily. He's carrying a bouquet of roses and a small gift bag.
Well, hello, 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 my nearest and dearest. What a beautiful day to be alive.
Norton, where you been? We're gonna be late.
Wait a second, Ralph. First things first.
Norton gives Trixie a big hug.
J. Baba Trixie, my beautiful wife, who I love and adore. Here, these are for you.
Norton hands her the roses.
12 red roses for the Princess of Brooklyn.
Oh, Ed, they are gorgeous.
Trixie stares at Norton, both pleased and puzzled. Norton tries to hug Ralph, but is pushed away.
And a J. Baba to you, Ralph, my best buddy in life.
Norton hands Ralph a cigar.
It ain't much, Ralph, but it's from Havana.
Gee, thanks, Norton.
Norton hugs Alice next.
And a big J. Baba to you, Alice. You're like a dear sister to me. And I sincerely mean that.
Norton removes a bottle of perfume from the bag, sprays Alice's wrist.
For when Ralph takes you out dancing under the stars, it's jasmine. It makes you smell like the delicate flower that you are.
Oh, thank you, Ed. My favorite scent. How did you know?
Ed, are you okay?
I've never been happier in my whole life, my lovely Rose of Brooklyn, my princess of Gotham.
Why are you looking at me like that, Ed? Why are you staring at me?
I'm staring right into the window of your soul, my beloved wife. Your effervescence is blinding me.
What in the world have you been smoking?
Nothing, Ralph. I'm high on life.
Norton smells the roses, inhaling deeply.
Ah, yes, I can smell the beauty in the world again. Before today, everything smelled like a sewer. Not anymore.
Uh-oh. Norton, get over here and sit down. Hurry up. Get him a glass of water, Alice. Norton, what's happened to you? How can you bowl in the condition you're in? What are all these bobbers about?
Ralph, you're not going to believe this, but I just met the Avatar.
Oh?
The Avatar, Ralph. God Almighty in human form. He's staying at the Hotel Delmonico on Park Avenue. He's there right now.
Whoa, hold on 1 minute. Did I hear you right, Norton? Did you just say you met somebody claiming to be God at the Hotel Delmonico?
That's right, Ralph. God himself is right up there on the 7th floor of the Delmonico. Pretty amazing, huh? It doesn't get any more amazing than that, if you ask me.
Ralph jumps up from his chair.
Now I've heard everything. You've done some crazy things, Norton, but this really takes the cake. Now you really went and popped your cork. How did you hear about this guy? Come on, tell me.
Okay, Ralph, settle down, will you? You're hurting my ears. They're a lot more sensitive. I'll tell you. It was like this. I was climbing out of the sewer the other day on 91st Avenue. It was a windy day. This flyer blew by and caught my arm. It had a picture of an Indian guru named Meher Baba. There was a message from him that really knocked my socks off, Ralph. I love you more than you could ever love yourself. That's what it said. At the bottom of the flyer, it said that the public could meet this Meher Baba at noon today at the Delmonica. I don't know why. I just had to go. But let me tell you, Ralph, I'm sure glad I did.
Ed, you idiot. Those swamis from India are after only one thing, your money. First, they cast a spell on you, and then they steal your money. You didn't give him any, did you?
No, Ralph, you got it all wrong. It was free. Meher Baba says he comes here just to give love, and all he wants in return is love.
Norton does a rubbery jig with arms and legs flailing.
I feel like a totally new man, Ralph.
Sounds pretty good to me, Ralph. Here's your water, Ed.
You stay out of this, Alice. Can't you see he's been hypnotized?
Well, Ralph, if getting hypnotized is what's making him so sweet and loving, maybe you should go for a few sessions yourself.
Very funny, Alice. Very funny. So you want some hypnotizing? Well, I'll give you something to hypnotize you. Why don't you keep quiet and let me handle this?
Maybe she's right, Ralph. Sometimes you gotta listen to the female point of view, you know?
Is that so, Norton? The female point of view, huh? Well, I'm not done with my questions. So tell me, you didn't actually go and meet this phony baloney swami, did you? Norton, I bet you got shuffled into a big room with all those other weird beatniks like yourself, and you get to sit in the back while he recited some mumbo jumbo up on a stage. It's called mass hypnosis, Norton. It's brainwashing, plain as day. That's what they did during the war.
No, Ralph. Actually, I stood in line for over an hour, and then I got to meet him, face to face. Oh, what a face he has. And his eyes. I've never seen eyes like that, Ralph. You just get lost in them. They're like pools that go on forever. Yeah, he gave me a piece of orange candy to eat too.
Where's your common sense, Norton? Can't you see it? That's when he cast a spell on you. He hypnotized you with his eyes. You didn't even know what was happening. Or maybe they put dope in the orange candy. That's it, they doped you up.
You know what he told me, Ralph? Well, he didn't actually speak because he doesn't talk. He communicates with hand gestures like this. Then somebody translates his gestures into English.
Now you're telling me this Swami guy doesn't even talk? Norton, have you completely lost your marbles? This is getting crazier by the minute.
And he said he's in the same line of work as I am.
Let me see if I understand this correctly, Norton. You're telling me he thinks he's God. He doesn't talk. He hugs people. He hands out orange candy. And he works in the sewer?
No, Ralph. What he actually said is that humanity is living in the sewer right now. He said he's come to lift all mankind out of the sewer to clean up the mess. And then he said you can't take a man out of the sewer until you take the sewer out of the man. He then goes on to say that's his work, taking the sewer out of men, just like my job in a way. How did he know I worked in a sewer? I didn't tell nobody there.
That's easy, Norton. All you gotta do is stand next to you. You don't exactly smell like roses.
Maybe, Ralph, but then he embraced me. And it was like he was filling me with some kind of rare perfume that cleaned me out from head to toe. He just didn't talk about it. He did it to me, Ralph. I'm a new man. Presto. He took the sewer right out of me. Here, smell it.
Get out of here, Norton. This is the craziest baloney I've ever heard. He's a con man, not a god man.
No, Ralph, he's the real thing. Here, look at his picture. See for yourself.
Norton takes a flyer out of his back pocket.
For God's sake, Norton, he looks just like the Italian baker down on 48th Street. If he's God, then I'm Houdini.
In that case, you better lose a little weight first, Ralph, before you let them lock you up in chains.
Shut up, Norton. I'm gonna have you locked up in chains. You're out of your mind. You finally went off the deep end. What am I gonna do with you, Norton? Look it, it's 3 o'clock already. You made me miss the bowling tournament. We could have won the first place trophy.
Ed, did you really mean what you said to me?
Norton takes Trixie's hand and gets down on one knee.
I meant every word of it, Trixie, my dearest, my yellow rose of Brooklyn, my heart of hearts.
Oh, Ed, you've never said such romantic things to me. Oh, I like you like this.
Don't you get any funny ideas, Alice. Crazy people talk like this. You watch. He'll be kissing a manhole cover tomorrow.
Don't worry, Ralph. The day you go around reciting beautiful poetry to me, I'll be way too old to care. Or dead.
Yeah? Well, somebody's got to keep his feet on the ground around here. The 3 of you just want to float around in the sky with your lovey-dovey heads up in the clouds.
There's always room for a blimp up here, Ralph.
Very funny, Norton. Very funny. Well, that's it. I've had enough of this. If you think I'm gonna let you come into my apartment all sweet and syrupy like some Greenwich Village fruitcake, you've got another thing coming. You already ruined our bowling tournament. Now you're trying to ruin my marriage.
Geez, Ralph, you got me all wrong. I'm only trying to share something out of this world wonderful with my best friends.
Out of this world is right. What's this fake Swami's name anyway?
As I said, Meyer Baba. They call him Avatar Meyer Baba.
Meyer Baba, huh?
Ralph paces the kitchen while thinking.
Okay, I know how to deal with this, Trixie. You'll be thanking me for the rest of your life. The only way to break the spell of this Swami Maya Baba cast on Ed is to have Ed see with his own eyes that this man is a fraud and a cheat. Then Norton will wake up and all of you will be thanking me for keeping my head screwed on tight. Well, let's go, Norton. We're going to the Hotel Delmonico. My job is to put the sewer back into you and to screw the lid down tight.
I doubt if it will go back, Ralph. It's like toothpaste. Once it's out of the tube, you can't get it back in.
Yeah, we'll see. But come on.
I'm coming too, Ralph. But if Ed comes out of this trance, will he still keep the romantic poetry?
Trixie, you're going to get the old Ed Norton back, the guy you married. You should be grateful I'm here to fix him.
Me too. I'm coming. This ought to be good. The great Houdini versus the Swami from India. I wouldn't miss this for the world.
I don't think this is a good idea, Ralph. You embarrass the girls and you may not get a big fool of yourself. Why don't you go by yourself? At least go meet Avatar Meyer Baba first with an open mind. Who knows? Maybe after you meet him, you won't be so angry all the time.
That'll be the day.
I wouldn't have to get so angry if people like you use their common sense once in a while. No, we all have to go together. I want all you to see that this Swami, Maya Baba, cares only about one thing: money.
You know, I think you might actually like him, Ralph.
Oh, sure. That's what Alice said before I married her mother for the first time. Her mother said that to me, that I was really gonna take her and like her. Right, Alice. We all know how that turned out. Come on, let's go.
They leave for the Delmonico Hotel to seek out Avatar Meyer Baba. 5 hours later, Ralph and Alice enter the kitchen, arms around each other, followed closely by Norton and Trixie doing the same. The two couples are happily singing, Que sera, sera.
Que sera, sera, whatever will be. Oh, that was a great meal, Ralph. Thanks again for treating me. Boy, am I stuffed. That filet mignon prove was out of this world. Who'd have thought in a million years you'd be taking the four of us out to the Restaurant Delmonico? Woohoo!
Like I said at dinner, I'm turning over a new leaf. No more penny pinching for me. And Alice, I meant what I said. I'm gonna buy you that pearl necklace we saw in a jewelry store window.
Oh, Ralph, you don't have to do that. Where would I wear it anyway?
Alice, you better get used to whining and dining at New York's finest, or my name ain't the Great Gatsby. So you'll be needing some new cocktail dresses to go along with that pearl necklace.
You know, Ralph, I was really impressed that you didn't yell at the waitress when she spilled the salad dressing all over your shirt. The old Ralph would have had a conniption.
Everybody makes mistakes, even me.
And that was a pretty big tip you left her too, Ralph. Now that's something I never thought I'd see in this lifetime. Ooh-wee.
I can't stop thinking about him.
I know. He wasn't at all what I expected. You were certainly right about his eyes, Norton. They're so beautiful and bottomless.
I still don't understand what happened, Ralph. As soon as I got to about 5 people ahead of you in line, your whole demeanor changed. You got real calm all of a sudden. Geez, I've never seen you get so calm.
Something just came over me. This strange feeling of, it was like I stepped into a whole different world.
Alice slips her arm around Ralph.
You know, Ralph, I never, ever in my whole life seen you cry before. Not once. After Mayor Baba hugged you, you were standing there sobbing away like a big, blubbering baby. Aw, you're a real softy inside, aren't you, Ralph, honey? Hey, I love you, Ralph.
Alice kisses him on the cheek.
All right. Let's forget about that part, can we? Anyway, I don't remember crying. It must have been somebody else who looked like me.
No, Ralph, it was definitely you. You were standing there for a whole 2 minutes, like a lost little boy, blubbering away like a stranded walrus. Here, look. I gave you my handkerchief. See, it's completely soaked.
I said, forget about that part, Norton. Put that filthy thing away.
I heard that Meyer Baba's going to some tiny resort town called Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, after he leaves New York. It sounded as if they built some kind of retreat down there for him right on the ocean.
Hey, I have a swell idea. Why don't we all take a trip to Myrtle Beach, the 4 of us, together? We get to see Meyer Baba again and go to the beach. I'd much rather do that than spend a lot of money on jewelry and dresses. You've got some vacation time saved up, Ralph. We could all take the train down. That would be just the best, don't you think, guys?
Yeah, okay. Sure, why not? That's a great idea, Alice. Can you get some time off, Norton?
That should be easy, Ralph. I'm pretty sure the sewer will keep running without me.
Okay, it's a deal. Put it there. We're all going to Myrtle Beach.
They all shake hands.
What a great idea. I'm glad I thought of that.
Ralph and Norton sit at the kitchen table, prepare to play cards while Alice and Trixie chat in the living room.
Hey, Norton, did you get what he was saying about Sanskaras? I couldn't make heads or tails out of that weird Hindu stuff.
I think so, Ralph. You see, sanskaras are like what happens when there's a big storm. All this debris, tree branches, soda bottles, trash, floods into the sewers and clogs them up. And that's what sanskaras are. The debris that clogs up your mind and stops you from feeling love. All you got to do is think about Meyer Baba and he'll annihilate your sanskaras. You know, Ralph, in your case, I think your sanskaras tend to gravitate to your belly.
Yeah, well, and your sanskaras are clogging up the space between your ears, Norton. Come on, let's play some gin rummy. Do you have that picture of that Meyer Baba, Alice? Here, put it on the table. Meyer Baba, Meyer Baba's going to make sure you don't cheat, Norton. It's my turn to deal. Norton, you shuffle.
Norton makes big wavy gestures with his arms and hands, preparing to shuffle the cards, but not actually doing so. This goes on for nearly a whole minute as Ralph stares at him with growing annoyance.
Norton, for God's sakes, would you just shuffle the cards?
Uh-oh, looks like you're spiritually backsliding, Ralph.
All right. Great job. Thank you. Hey. Good job for everybody. So at this point, we will have a 7-minute intermission, and then we'll get back after that for the third and final play, which is called Antony and Antoinette.